This episode of the Traveling Epicurean was made possible by these sponsors.
Hi guys, Michelle here. Welcome back to the Traveling Epicurean. Tonight I'm at my friend Kathy's with her mom Irene and granddaughter Riley. So we have 3 generations here and they're going to share with us a recipe for homemade pierogies that have been in their family for a really long time. Huh?
Yes. Can't wait to share it with you.
And your mother used to make them as well?
Yes, and while my grandmother
Sophie?
was Sophie,
Oh, my
and
goodness.
her mother would be Mary Tuchik, and she would be there helping her.
Oh my goodness.
In her old age, she could only sit, so she would get to peel all the potatoes and pinch all the pierogies.
Oh, I love that. Isn't that wonderful? Well, this is so exciting. So now, what do we have here? We're starting with a tradition. This is your tradition?
Yes,
Every time you go
that's
to make
right.
pierogies?
Yeah, so typically we've been doing Christmas Eve. I live up in Connecticut, my parents
Okay.
in New York, so we'll all drive ourselves down to
New York.
Yep.
Okay.
And when we get in there, it's usually like 11 o'clock and we're starting to get the pierogies going. And Brett makes some homemade Baileys, and you'll see, it's sensational. And we
This is homemade Baileys.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's right.
goodness. Okay, I'm very
And that's
excited
kinda
about that.
And
Gets
this
us all
gets us in the
Irish with the
mood.
Polish.
I know, it's Kathy Dolan,
It's a
and I
mix.
got Riley Dolan, and yes, right, Irene Slifka, right? From the
Right, Irene Flip.
That's right, Gilchrist.
Okay. All right, well, let's cheers.
Cheers to you
We'll
guys.
start off our pierogi making.
Awesome. And
Cheers.
Riley,
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers. Well, that's delicious. Ooh, this should be
Very
a good
good.
night.
Very
I'm
good.
very
This is-
excited
yes,
about this.
excited.
We are too.
Well, why don't you show us what we're going to need to get this whole pierogi making going?
Okay.
So we got Riley peeling the potatoes here.
Yes. The onion needs to be diced along with the cheese that we're going to saute the onion in butter and cheddar, and that will be added to the mashed potatoes. The potatoes will be cooking.
And we're going to boil the potatoes,
We'll boil the potatoes.
Now, how
and,
many potatoes do we start with?
like
For a batch?
approximately, I would say 4 to 5 pounds. A 5-pound bag would be fine.
Oh, the whole bag. Okay.
Yeah, for the whole bag. And we'll do them just like mashed potatoes. We'll
Okay.
use the mixers and add the butter and onion and cheddar cheese.
So maybe half of that, you think?
I would say about half of that because I do have a little in the container.
Riley, you're doing a great job over there.
Thank you. When my mother would do pierogies, she would do all day long and make dozens. Actually, Christmas Eve dinner at my house when I was young was a variety of food. Fish, kielbasi, ham, and I would, as a child, I would have about a dozen pierogies. And that's it.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
Love them, love them. I can eat them right out of the pot boiled, but most people like to saute them.
Well, that's actually a funny story too.
Yeah.
So
Traditional
the traditional
pierogies?
pierogies
Are boiled and then
yep.
eat them with a lot of butter, lots
Ooh.
of butter.
So now we take it to Christmas Eve with the family, and we do have an Irishman who is a very good cook in our family, my husband Brett.
I was just to say, would that be your husband, Kathy?
And he for years he couldn't understand, why do we just boil them? Why can't we fry up the pierogies afterwards? They're amazing. I think we're gonna try that too. We'll do a boil and then we'll
So
fry.
both.
Brett took over and then he started to...
On the end part, yeah.
2 sticks of butter.
2 sticks of butter, and then did you put all of 4 ounces of cheese in there?
I didn't. Now we're going to add a little bit more with the onion. We're going to
Okay.
saute the onion and add a little
And
more
that's
cheese.
one small onion you diced up, or we're going to be dicing up?
I'd say one small onion.
Okay.
Yes. And we're cooking the potatoes. We'll
Okay.
add the few that Riley, probably about 20 minutes of cooking the potatoes.
And did you salt the water there?
Salted the water?
salted the
Salted
water.
the water, yes.
Okay. And then do we need to cut up the potatoes?
I just
cube 'em
cut
up?
it in half.
Yeah, just
I
in
just cut
half.
it in half, yes.
Okay.
This is going to be added to the mashed potatoes
Okay.
along with your regular milk.
After we drain the potatoes.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So they're being cooked now. And this large pot will be used for cooking the pierogies as Kathy is in charge of the dough. So this will be turned up. And then we will also use a butter sauce to serve over the pierogies.
There's a
In
lot
fact,
of
I
butter.
even have my Polish pottery.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
And this is my, they're all hand done and hand signed to serve the butter.
Isn't that beautiful? And so that's to serve the butter. More butter with the
More
pierogies.
more butter to serve it with. Lots of butter.
I love
More
these
butter, the
pierogies.
better.
It sounds wonderful.
It was very difficult to get an actual recipe from
Yeah.
her.
She didn't really measure, right?
She didn't measure. She
Yeah.
would just tell you. So when Kathy became interested in making pierogies at our house,
Everyone got very excited.
we need specifics.
I know.
We need to know how much.
Well, that's
And
true, though. You know,
It took
people
many
feel more comfortable with.
Exactly, but it
amounts.
took many phone calls and trial and error, and we had another daughter who was joining us
Oh, I love it.
on our
this
first
is funny.
experience
Yes.
making pierogies,
Oh, wow.
and the dough did not come out right.
Well, and my sister Pam is 7 years older.
Okay.
And she was the one in charge of the dough and rolling it out. And we were trying to get the recipe right. And for whatever reason, it got really hard. And it was very thick. It was mixing in the flour, and she was trying to roll it out, and it just wasn't
Yeah, it
working.
wasn't
And
working.
we didn't have the right amounts from Grony. And all of a sudden, I'm walking across the kitchen, and I get this rock in my head, and she threw it at me, and I'm like, what the? So we started this food fight with the hardest pierogi dough.
Fight in our kitchen with pierogi dough.
Yeah, and it was like a hockey puck.
Yeah, and we had to start from scratch all
Oh
over
my
again.
gosh,
so
that
we're
is
back on
so
the phone
much
with
fun.
Granny.
We're back on the phone with Granny in Pennsylvania, Granny getting specifics, and that's when we got the actual 4 cups and the eggs and so forth. You could either do a cup of warm milk
Okay.
and the eggs, or as my mother always does it, she does the 2 eggs
with the sour cream.
and a half a cup of warm milk and a half a cup of sour cream.
I like the sour cream.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll
It makes the dough rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The texture.
So let's see. Bri, do you want to do the eggs? Beat them up real hard. And then this is what we will be using to make the dough.
Okay, so you whisk the eggs, you added in the half a cup of warm milk, and now the half a
And
cup
half
of sour cream. And then you're just going to whisk that as well, right?
In addition to the potato and cheese stuffing, she would use sauerkraut.
Ooh, I love that. I've heard of the sauerkraut.
and I know my father used to love
loved
the
it, yeah.
pierogies with the sauerkraut and then
Yeah.
lots of sour cream on the
Ooh,
side.
that sounds good. Then you could serve like a kielbasa or something with that. maybe?
Exactly.
Very nice. Yep. All right, so we've got our 4 cups of flour.
Okay.
And we're going to add the mixture that Mom whipped up here.
Okay.
I'm going to do it little by little
Okay.
until it gets to the point that, Riley, you always want to start, right? You always want to mix and put your hands in there. That's right. And it's just enough to get it around. And then we're going to have to get in there and really work the dough through. I usually have a step ladder. So I'm trying to get up in this bowl.
You're so cute. Look at you. Are you on your tippy toes?
I am. I don't know if it's usually my
We can get you a little stepping stool, Kathy.
I might need to. It's funny. And so what we do is usually.
Oh yeah, we have the little thing outside.
Yeah, let's do that. That's perfect. Yes, that's great.
I feel like I'm
It's
tippy
so-
toe.
That's right, on your tippy toes, and which doesn't really allow you to get in there, but
Yeah, you really got to get in there.
this is the most time-consuming part because it's really got to get, all the mixture around.
And absorbed into the flour, right?
That's right. Yep. And then once you get it to that point, then we can break it up and start rolling around.
But Kathy, wasn't there a funny story where Kathy's doing all this, and when you see her rolling, it really takes a lot of energy. I mean, you got to have some upper body strength to go through a whole batch of pierogies here.
Especially on your tippy toes.
And then one
Your tippy toes.
And one Christmas she was there and, really sitting and sweating and had to sit down. And then we got an announcement later during our celebration that Kathy was expecting the first baby.
Oh my goodness.
And it was after the pierogi.
And my sister hadn't helped that day. She had given up on the pierogies at that point. I'm like, come on, I need some help.
Oh my goodness.
And it was a good.
That's when you made the announcement?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
it was pretty
sweet.
fun. Yep.
And it was cute.
All right,
Nice
so you
with
can
you.
see it's still a little dry. So basically from the force. So we're gonna start putting in a little potato water
Okay.
in here. Just kind of sprinkle it around a little bit. And we'll keep maneuvering it around. I kind of put my fists in here and
Okay.
knead it through.
I love that.
It's,
We're gonna get you up in the world, Kathy. You're on the step ladder, right?
Yeah. Finally.
But look, you can really get into the dough now.
Okay, right.
I put my body weight
It
behind
does,
it.
and it doesn't hurt your back. It gives you a different leverage.
It does. I know. Put it on. And I think we're almost done. And then we can start all spreading it out.
Okay.
And some people have actual pierogi cutters.
And so if you notice my mother's apron,
Yeah.
we're very big Notre Dame football fans. My father went there, my sister went there.
Oh wow.
So we use our Notre Dame cup,
That
to
was
cut those
perfect,
pierogies.
yeah,
But
yeah.
we forgot to bring that today.
That's okay.
Granny's was just a regular cup. She never had a professional potato cut, a
Yeah.
pierogi cutter, just a cup.
Yeah.
It's what you needed.
See, now you look like a true chef. With
I know,
flour on
like,
your cheek. You look so cute.
I'm getting
It's
in these
perfect.
damn things. Okay. Thank
She
you.
really is
You
working
still
up
look
a
beautiful. She's picking up a sweat.
It must be the step or
must be
what?
the
We need to get the fan. Where's the fan?
This feeling, it's not too sticky. It's enough that as we start to roll it out, and we use a little flour on the rolling pin, we should
Okay.
get it nice and thin. Yeah, so this is from Granny, kind of handed down, and it's our rolling pin that we'll be using. It's an old
This is yours.
Oh, thank you.
And do you want to
Can't
get
forget
started with the roll?
Sure.
All right, here we go. And so I always start from the middle and, work your way out. And this is where it helps to be taller, so you can put your body weight
That's
into
why I
it.
wore my heels.
That's right, I
My
missed that
boots.
one.
You missed that memo?
I should have, I know.
I'm so sorry.
I usually do, just so I can be taller than Riley for a day.
I think with me, I don't have the patience.
So why don't you do the
Yes,
first
sir.
one, and then I'll
Yeah.
follow suit.
But I don't-
Because everyone has their own way of doing things,
All right, so this is where
Kathy, you've grown.
this is where I get it. But I really do get my body weight in
Get
it.
your body into that. How thin that's getting.
It is, and you can still flip it. So it's you really
It
want to
has
have that.
some durability to it, being
That's
so
right.
thin.
That's right. Yep. And I'll keep going. Just get to the edges, because the last thing you want is to cut into a thick pierogi.
Okay, so you drain the potatoes and put them in the mixer. Now this is the mixing bowl, right? For your
This is the
mixer?
mixing bowl,
Okay.
yes. So
All right.
you're going to use the mixer.
All right. Then we're gonna go over to the mixer with this.
Right, and we're going to do some salt
I
and
love
pepper.
potatoes. Like, who doesn't love potatoes?
Right?
It's such a comfort food.
Any meal.
Salt and pepper to taste.
And we'll add our nicely sauteed cheese.
Oh my gosh, that looks so delicious.
Yeah, I might add more. I'm not sure how much I'm going to use. I'll get some milk. I have approximately a cup, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to use. I'm going to just start using a little until you
Okay.
get it
Exactly.
to the consistency that you like.
Yeah, that looks like a. What are you guys doing over there? I hear you giggling.
And
I have
actually,
to tell you, they smell amazing.
And
Like,
actually-
I could just dive in there with a spoon.
I'm going to add a little bit more milk.
Okay.
And then the best way is just really to taste them.
Oh, that's going to be a bummer, Irene. Can I be a taster?
We could, and see if we need anything else in them.
Okay, thank you. I love to be the official potato taster.
That's how it happens.
Isn't that the best job?
All right, so while she's finishing up the potatoes,
Yes.
this is getting nice and thin, so you can really see it. It
Oh
is
my goodness, look at
paper
that.
thin.
That's gorgeous.
And so as we we'll start cutting these up and lining them up so that we can add the potatoes next.
Wow, that's fantastic.
All right? All get your body weight behind it.
I know you've shrunk though.
I know, now I'm no longer taller.
Away. I can tell because Riley's a little bit taller than you now.
Sample and tell me if they need to be mixed a little bit more.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Do we really need to put them?
I know, right? Just
with the
potatoes,
dough.
So
all that
we think
butter.
they're
That's the key.
Okay. I think I'm gonna.
Wow.
I see
That's
what-
delicious.
I'm
And I love the flavor. I mean, you don't even taste the texture.
Yeah.
It's so smooth. Like if you don't taste chunks of onion, you just
No,
taste the flavor.
the flavor of it.
Oh my goodness! Wait till you guys
And
try
then
this.
we're going to use the same pan with a little bit of the onion in to melt more butter, put on top of
More
it.
butter?
More butter.
More butter. I told
More
you
butter.
it's just gonna keep on coming. And wait till you see when they're served.
Lots of butter.
More Baileys, more butter.
That's right.
B&B.
Baileys
This is
and
your
butter.
B&B.
Very. It's not really. I guess it's Polish pierogies, but a little Irish touch.
With
We
a
got
little
it.
Irish.
No, that's cute, yeah. And the best is, I said when Kathy comes over, I always say, oh, you take some leftovers home, but somehow or
Bless
other,
you.
the leftovers never
No.
get
They never get here. I know.
I don't see why there would be any leftovers ever.
I don't know how to describe.
But they're durable. It's not like they're going to fall
It's
apart.
not like an apple pie
It's
dough where it
amazing.
kind of breaks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely strong.
It's strong dough.
Now, and so you see in the middle, so this is a little bit thicker in here.
Sure. So you're going to roll that up a little
Exactly,
bit?
yeah. So either that or we'll put it into the next round.
It's beautiful. This is so beautiful. I really, really love it.
All right, so we've got a little bit more here, and I try to make, the cuts where you can. This is a little soft on the edges.
So that's is that like a 5-inch?
I would say so, yep.
About 5 inches,
45
right?
inches, yep. Probably 4 to 5 inches in diameter. Perfect. So the trick on this one is to not put too much in, because
Yeah.
if you
So
put
put
them
them on the sides and then
they won't stick
together. Right?
Exactly. So kind of like a half.
Can I have a spoonful for
Please.
me? Sorry.
So it's kind of enough.
All right, so
that
that's
you
even
can-
not. Is that too much?
I think that's for like that. You can probably do a little tiny bit more, but I think that's
Oh,
great.
more? Okay.
Is this working?
That's great.
How's that?
That looks great, and we'll move it in there. Okay, so basically it's that kind of a tablespoon of potatoes,
Yeah.
and I stretch it a little bit just so you can get that first pinch well.
Yeah.
And then again, you push the two fingers together this way.
Wait,
So-
can you show that again?
Yep. So you kind of push those together like this, and then
Yeah.
you push them
Push 'em
together, so you
together,
get that
okay.
nice pleat right in the middle there.
Very good.
And then kind of finger size width apart.
And that really helps to seal that.
Exactly, because they definitely in the beginning.
Well, when you're doing it too, you're making it look so symmetrical.
Right.
That's because you've done so many of these.
Well, and
how
definitely in
many
the beginning.
pierogies have you made, Kathy, in your lifetime?
Well, when did we start? Because Pam. Oh, that's perfect. That's beautiful.
Ooh, Riley, look at that. That's gorgeous.
Right, beautiful.
Nice.
Well, I would say, Kathy, we've been doing it for the.
Because I
How long
started
did you
when I was probably like 10-ish, 11.
Oh my goodness.
Because Pam was probably 17
Yeah.
and she was not ready.
Out the
She
door.
was like, I don't want to do this
And
anymore.
Pam's your older sister?
She is, yeah. She lives out in Chicago,
Okay.
and so she comes home for Christmas.
She would love to be here just to watch.
I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So she used to, and it became, I think once we did the hard dough, that story about
When
throwing
she
the
hit you
hot
in the back of the head with the dough.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it just,
Went downhill from there.
yeah, so then I was
Okay.
like, wait a second. And then I think she said she didn't want to do them anymore. I said, no, this is a tradition. We must continue.
Yeah.
Kathy was really instrumental behind continuing the tradition. A Polish pierogi,
Isn't that
Pierogi
pretty?
dish.
Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah, with the markings on the back. Each one is different.
Yeah.
And then this can be put into the oven or served, but you'll have a choice of eating them from here or to the fry pan just for a
Okay.
little fry.
Well, maybe we could try some before the fry pan and after
And
the fry
after
pan.
the fry pan.
Okay, so they took about three to
5
five
minutes.
Okay.
And they're all floating on the top, and then I'm going to transfer them onto the platter
Very good.
to drain them.
Look how gorgeous they are.
And they all were nicely pinched, and we didn't lose any potatoes.
Beautiful.
We didn't lose any potatoes.
Really pretty.
And the pot is all ready for the next batch.
This is so exciting.
So it's really more than a one-person job.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of work
Okay,
here.
so we're
batch
ready
coming
to
in.
The next gorgeous batch.
And we'll transfer these and drain them here. And
So you're draining them?
yes.
Oh, wait,
Draw that, yeah.
Okay.
Right here, just drain it. Now we're ready to put the second. And we'll just drop them in.
You're putting in about 8 at a time.
Yeah. And just let them drop to the bottom. And as soon as they're finished, they come up.
Isn't that wonderful? And I love how they don't even stick to the bottom of
No,
the pan.
they
now.
don't. You can see them back on the platter here.
Okay.
After they're drained. And they're going to get covered with a lot of butter.
More butter.
Covered with a lot of butter, or you're killing
More
me.
butter. And then we will have the choice
That's a bummer.
We'll have the choice of having it as is,
Okay.
or we can pan fry them.
You can pan fry them.
We
Okay.
pan fry them.
We may need to try a little bit.
We'll
of
try
Fry them.
both. Yeah,
Okay.
and we'll try to pan fry on both sides.
That's right.
And this is our. So these are really ready for consumption here.
That looks
Who's going to
gorgeous.
try first?
Oh my. Using that wonderful butter that you had
yeah.
with the onions,
Yeah.
and we're just sauteing
And
a
it's
little bit
almost
in
like it's just the drippings that are in the pan now.
You're killing me, Irene. You're killing me
know.
here. I love this.
But I
Oh my
tell you,
goodness. I'd like to go swimming in there, actually.
We'd go. We grew up on pierogies, and you know we're all in pretty good shape, so.
I think so. Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Look at that.
Yeah, so make sure you double dip in all that butter.
Cheers.
Nastrovia in Polish.
Dziękuję, dziękuję.
Oh.
That means thank you.
Let's show everybody what that looks like. Oh, it looks so tender too. Oh my goodness, look at that. That looks amazing. I thought it was another drink.
Probably
beverage.
appropriate here.
Very good.
Wow. Hey, it's a spot.
Very good.
Oh my gosh. That is so good.
We did it. We made homemade pierogies. I'm so excited. You guys did such a great job, and I love all your stories and everything. Thank you
It was
for
a lot of fun doing that.
sharing this family recipe.
And thank you so much for being so much a part of it. Your enthusiasm made it all worthwhile.
I love you guys. I want to come over next Christmas Eve.
Definitely. You're always welcome. Awesome. Cheers.
Ciao. You can find this recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Ciao.
Na zdrowie.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Michelle and this is my trailer for my YouTube cooking channel. I've been cooking my whole life and I'm a recipe creator. I love to test recipes and we're talking hundreds of recipes. And my goal here is to bring you the best tried and true recipes every single week that work. It takes the guessing game out of your cooking and it always brings you fresh gourmet ideas. So with all this passion for cooking, you'll be in my kitchen sharing my recipes and my family's recipes. We'll be traveling to other kitchens where you'll be sharing other friends and chefs' recipes, and some of them are even secret recipes where we got them to give up the goods. So stay tuned and check out some of these shows. You're gonna have so much fun with us, and I just wanna say ahead of time, thank you for subscribing. Have a great day. Ciao. It's going right now.
Hi.
You are the clearest. I think I had too much coffee. Okay.
I gave her too many cappuccinos, and this is the result.
Take 4.
Yep.
over here at the farmer's market. Are you excited about that? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So what are you going to look for today?
I love cheese.
Yes, I know you love cheese.
Aged cow's milk cheese. We make from raw milk.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. The flounder from the Little Mermaid. Okay. Can we eat the flounder from the Little Mermaid?
No.
No? And today is very special because Vinny's going to share with us his grandfather's secret pasta recipe.
And then I'm gonna have to kill you.
And he's going to have to kill us. Serious consequences, Vin, if it
Big
sticks to the
time.
true crime.
Bon
appetito! Okay. Little bites are good. How do we open the can?
Nope, I take it back.
Oh,
You got one.
we have
A real one.
a real can opener. Oh, hallelujah.
We don't call it anything other than a Michigan.
All right, so it's not a sauce burger. Are you excited to eat this, Granita?
Yes.
This is so refreshing, right, for the summer? How does that taste?
Good.
She also makes amazing grilled cheeses here. These grilled cheeses. Oh, the French mouse with brie and apricot jam. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to try that. So hi Fawn, this is Fawn. This is her cheese shop.
I got you.
This is my friend Donald. Hi, Michelle here with the Traveling Epicurean. Today we're cooking drunk blondies.
Boy, Michelle, this is really gonna be an education for me because you see, I've never.
Nuts and no nuts makes a difference.
That's fine. All right.
To give her
That's okay.
for.
Well, that's why
But
she's
you
here
don't
today.
make it so much anymore, do you? No, because you make it.
It would help if it was plugged in. Stop! That's just so beautiful. We're so giddy because we're really excited about eating this slice of pecan pie that we're sharing.
We're sharing.
I'm taking the pie.
All right, this is excellent with bourbon, scotch, wine, coffee, or milk if you prefer.
And whipped cream.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we rolling here?
We're rolling.
Oh, sorry.
In a matter of minutes. So thank you, Margot, for doing all this cooking for us.
It's a French food and family.
Yes. Yay! Cheers. I'm here at my friend David and Eileen's house.
The cheese to the pasta to the lobster, and we're gonna mix this all up.
Oh my goodness. Because those are really cool. Oh, pretty. Look at that. I love the sound of that one. So I heard this is Lori's world famous salad.
This is not world famous, it's Norwich famous.
Cheryl, where are you going over
Everybody seems to
there?
like it.
Right.
Dave
She
loves
stole it.
It's
She
a
stole it from my
family
family.
recipe.
David, I need a cutting board and a knife, please. Oh, I feel like I'm on a cooking show just ordering people around.
You need the poolside drums.
Yeah, that's the vocals.
Oh, okay. Oh, everybody by the
Down
pool.
south to the lands of the pine, thumbing my way to North Carolina.
Like a wagon wheel, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel.
How's that incredible chocolate meringue pie that David made?
Good.
Is it really good? Mine. I like that. It's gonna roast on the grill, and the neighbors will be knocking on your door saying, "Can I come over to eat too?" They smell lots of
Good stuff.
Briggs, that's way too much food that you can't eat all that, honey.
Yeah, I can.
No, or Brandy.
Ciao. Have a great weekend. Ciao.
Ciao.
Really great weekend. See you next week. Ciao. Ciao.
Welcome.
Good job, Ben.
Buon appetito. Ciao.
Yes, I do. Well, if you want to find something more bomb than this cake, you should check out my YouTube channel. Links in the description.
Ciao.
Bon appetit.
Buon appetito. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Ciao. Have a really great weekend. See you next week. Ciao.
Thank you for watching The Traveling Epicurean. A special thanks to